kind of forced to practice it since you have to play against 4Not on it, or I don't know. Your thoughts on D Train?
Um, okay, so in CSS, the train was one of our favorite map. We had some good strategies on it. We were able to, play very well on it, and especially that Euros were. It was basically Euros' worst map. For
Oh,
some
okay.
reason, they were clueless playing on it, and I'm not even kidding. So we practiced it really good, and we were able to pretty much win all the time on that map in CSS. But in CS:GO, it's a whole different story. I'd say that the train in CS:GO is is like the map that I appreciate the less. Appreciate the less because just how the trains are made, like there's just so many cracks. You can get shot from so many angles, and there's one tower on each side, and so if there's one map that I want to see change in Go, it's the train. We need to see a DE train VE, but Sal said is complicated to modify, so.
Yeah, with the train models and stuff like that, it would be pretty difficult to modify. I think that the
Yeah.
biggest thing that makes D Train difficult is, it was such a like facet of Source in 1.6 to be able to like hide under the trains, and it's like
Mhm.
as a holding position. Now you can't do that, and now
Yeah.
enter is just so open. Like there's just nowhere
Oh
to
yeah.
go.
Oh man.
It's difficult. I don't know who that really favors though. It seems like it kind of makes it more difficult to play inner solo as a CT to hold an aggressive push from terrorists because of that. But then on the flip side, it's also really hard to get like good holding positions post plan as a terrorist because of that. Even though we've seen some teams kind of figure it out, but yeah, I don't know. What do you think needs to change about DE Train to make it better for competitive play?
I think it was good like it was in 1.6 in CSS. Just more place to hide and no cracks under the train to be able to spot feats all the time, and that like people are shooting your feats and you can shoot back and stuff like that. But like you're saying, like the inner bomb site is just like there's nothing in it. It's just for me, I've been an inner player for basically all my career. If there's like one map that I played the same spot for all those years, it's train, and I played inner. And like you're saying, it's in this game. It felt really hard to be, like showing impact frags, because basically your job if you're playing inner is not to like shoot down three people, is just to get the information and to communicate well to your teammates. Because when it comes down to like if four players rushing you down, you try to kind of flash and delay them and have your teammate, helping you out. But and that's something that sometimes some people don't definitely understand. They just look at the frags. But as a solo inner player, your job is just to get the perfect information and to try to slow down the team so the rotation comes faster.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, like with the openness of Enter now, it is hard to be a solo Enter player, and it just takes a lot. In fact, it almost seems like you have to have a second person pretty close to the area if you want to make a push, like a upper and lower ramp push simultaneously. Or, I mean, I know a lot of people still play Pop Dog and Spot Feet for
Oh
calls.
yeah, you have
I
to do
mean,
that.
oh yeah, you have to, unless you're playing some type of a more aggressive setup with like a push upper and lower at the same time or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
You're forced to play the same spot pretty much every round, just a spot. And so, yeah, it is difficult. It always was difficult, in all honesty. Even in Source, it was difficult to play inner solo. It's a tough position. But yeah, but like I said, on the flip side, it's like even as a terrorist, if you take inner and you get the bomb planted, well, I mean, good luck. You pretty much have to play halls, or there's like maybe two spots you can hide, like bomb train and like blue, and like it's pretty much all you're going to be able to get.
Yeah, like a lot of teams like to send a flanker from like IV to. You need a good plant inner because if you do a default plant, like if the guy flanks from Z, he cannot shoot the guy defusing, the CT defusing. So in this game, it's even better to send a flanker if you have a good plant. Even since it's easy to plant the bomb, it's easier to plant the bomb, but it's harder to defend it. So what's really good to do is to do a good plant, and you can even have two guys flanking Z from Ivy or something, like some new gen strats. And on the opposite side, when you're defending, I think what's really good, and that's something we understood in CSS, is to mix it up big time on this map. For instance, sometimes I was playing solo, but some other time we had me and Todd pushing up. And what's a good point about having two rifles inner is that you can double flank ladder, and that can be like that can impact the round pretty good.
Right on, yeah. I'm really interested to see how this plays out. I've never seen 4Not with their current lineup play train because I don't watch the scrims and stuff like that. So I really don't know what type of strategies they're going to implement. But I know when we watched the match yesterday with Dynamic playing against Monomaniacs, nothing was kind of the solo inner player. And then Volcano was kind of more of an Ivy player. Adren was kind of outer yard with AZK. Then they, of course, had one quick rotate. And on T side, there was a lot of ladder pushes from Dynamic, whether it be sitting on top of ladder and like throwing a fake Ivy, then taking inner, or whether it be just taking ladder down with a few players and taking outer yard with a split from T connector and Ivy. I was actually surprised like the T side of Dynamic wasn't really as op heavy as it used to be, in the sense that it wasn't reliant on op picks. Like it was just a lot of like coordinated rushes and stuff like that. Which has to hurt not having that same dual op setup. Adren kind of is forced to rifle nowadays because it's just not economical to have two oppers in most situations. But do you think we'll see like a double op probably since it's train, like maybe on CT side or something?
Yeah, if they get the early lead and they can afford it, they have to do it, because if there's one map that you want to double up, it's train. And we've been really successful in the past with the double op setup, because at one point I think we had the best two oppers in TD, like AZK and Adren, but like you're saying, it's different in Go, because the op is not as powerful as it was in CSS, but it can still be a successful setup.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Like ops on train, it's just like so pivotal. This is the biggest op map in the game. It always has been, and of course even in Go it still is. But yeah, like you're right. We'll probably see a dual op setup. I've even seen nothing grab the op on occasion.
Yeah, he's not supposed to, but he's doing it.
You gotta put him in this place then, PO. You're still there. But anyway, what were you about to say, Holden?
There's a couple questions that came across, so I figured we can try to get to them.
Yeah, throw them out.
The first one, a lot of people out there are worried about how you're going to keep an unbiased opinion during this cast, Pex.
Yeah, well, that's something I'm gonna do though. I'm not. Whenever this goes live, I'm not gonna have any preference, or I don't know how to say this in English, but I'm just gonna play this fair and analyze this as it was Team X and Team Y, just no preferences.
And I don't want to have any either. I mean, I'm just doing play-by-play anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
All right.
Obviously, I think people know who I want to win, but
yeah,
I'll be professional.
Yeah.
The other question. So they both wanted predictions from both of you, but we'll get to that in a second. The other question, you guys have talked about the Deagles a little bit already, and I was only half paying attention. They're talking in stream how a lot of the European teams have agreed not to use them in their matches, at least until they're fixed. Do you think we'll ever see that in North America, having teams agree to not use something so powerful like that?
I mean, you could have like I guess like little agreement amongst yourselves before you go play, but you're never gonna see like a rule enforced likely to do it. So it would basically just have to be like a gentleman's agreement between two teams to not use it. I don't know. I doubt it though. I mean, if you're in a critical situation and you're behind and you need the eco, and the Deagle's going to get you some easy kills, and you're going to buy it. I mean, it's about winning, and it's not cheating. I mean, so it's just like, it happens, man. I don't know. What do you think?
Basically think the same. Just, I don't see that happening in the ESEA. Just if they get an agreement before the match, and just somebody's like, oh, whatever, I'm still going to buy it, and then we're just gonna see some beef, and at the end, nothing's going to happen, but I don't think the Deagle will be banned. We will see some Deag, and it is a little OP right now. I think if you receive a bullet anywhere, it's almost 80 damage, right? So
yeah, 2 shots you're dead.
Two shots you're dead.
What, unless you get shit, unless it's like a foot shot or like through something.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious to see if Valve is actually going to modify that, but
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be more updates to come.
yeah.
But basically, just looking at these two teams, we're still waiting for everybody to join up. But both these teams have played one DE train match this season so far. Of course, we saw Dynamic play it last night against Monomaniacs, and they won with a score of 16-13, a very close victory for them. 4Not played against a little bit, I guess, less ranked of a team when they played against Team Rareform. They were able to win 16-8 in that game. In this game, the home team is going to be Team Dynamic, so I assume they will choose that CT side first, and so that will give them a bit of an advantage in this, but we'll have to just see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, if there's if there's some map that you want to start CT, it's definitely those heavy CT sided map. And that can be a game changer for sure. Like if you start big and if you're able to do a big half, a very good half, like let's say for example 13-2, then if you win the pistol on T side, then you know it's pretty much GG right away. And so starting CT can be a really big advantage and can make some matches that can be so close, like not close at all, you know. Those pistol rounds are crucial and you want to make sure that you get those.
Yeah, as we're almost hitting 1,000 viewers now, Peck. So I hope you're excited to cast all these lovely people out there. We definitely appreciate all close to 1,000 of you out there. Still not even live yet. Definitely big thanks to all of you. Like I said, I've been posting in chat and stuff like that. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow button in the top left-hand corner. We'd appreciate a follow over here on Twitch TV. Like I said, we're casting this match tonight, but we're also going to catch 4Not versus We Are Lions on Wednesday night on this exact same channel at 10 p.m. Central. I'll remind you guys again later on, but definitely want to follow this page so you can catch our Go match that we're going to cast, like I said, on Wednesday at 10 Central between one of the teams you're watching tonight, 4Not, against another up-and-coming team in the North American scene, which is We Are Lions. So definitely want to be there for that. Also, you can check out ESEAnews.com for clip of the weeks, top 10 plays, and just other news and stuff like that for the esports community, especially the games that ESEA supports, such as the Counter-Strike series, TF2, and League of Legends. So definitely check that out. And also, if you want, you can check out my personal Facebook and Twitter, which is just Dust Moret at Facebook and at Dust Moret at Twitter if you enjoy my casting and stuff like that. And yeah, definitely would appreciate all that. But we should be going live pretty soon. I think there was a question for us to do predictions, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and do that now since we're getting pretty close to match start. With Dynamic starting on CT side, and the way they played yesterday, I don't know, it's tough. Dynamic yesterday started on T side. They would have been 7 rounds from T side starting against a really good team of Monomaniacs, and then they won out 9 rounds on CT side to go ahead and take the victory. On the other hand, when we saw 4Not play against Team Rareform, they were able to win 16-8. They scored 13 rounds from their T side against Team Rareform. Now, Dynamic, to me, is a better defensive team than Team Rareform based on the talent that they have on their roster, so I don't think they'll allow 4Not to steal 13 rounds, but it does show that the side may not matter on starting side with 4Not being able to get a lot of rounds on their T side their last match. It's going to be a close game. If I had to predict who would win, I would say it's probably going to be... I would say just because Dynamic does have CT side, I think they had the advantage in first half enough to get a good round and a good lead. So I would go like 16-14 Dynamic just because of that. If it was the other way around, I'd say 4Not would probably win. It's really, I'm basing this purely off of side preference because they're getting CT side first.
I was not able to catch yesterday's match from TD, but it was still a pretty close match, right? Like 16-13 versus Monomaniac. Since that was a close match, I believe that this match is going to be close as well, even if they're starting CT. But like Dust said, since they're starting CT, I think that can make the difference there. But like I said earlier, the pistols are going to be really crucial. But at the same time, when I think about it, if the Deegs are that OP, we might see a couple of equals here and there. My honest prediction, I think TD is going to win in a close, something around 16-13. That's my prediction.
I think I said 16-14, so we pretty much picked the same team, but just a little bit different score.
Yeah, I couldn't say the same thing, exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get plenty of stuff in chat about bias and whatnot. But in all honesty, man, like I said, if 4Not would have started CT side, I probably would have predicted them to win. I think that with them starting CT side, it's going to be an advantage for them. But in all honesty, like I said, we saw 4Not play another team and get 13 rounds from T side first half, so we know that they are capable of producing on the terrorist side. I mean, they're a good team. They have a great opper in Frost. And their riflers are also very stout. It's going to be a close and nitty-gritty game. It's going to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of momentum shifts. I expect this to be a close game that can go either way. But if I had to pick somebody, I would just say Dynamic. They seem to be on kind of a roll. Like I said, they've won their last 3 matches. They're starting to get more serious and get their stuff together. And so I just think they look good. And I haven't seen 4Not play in a while, so I'm not sure where they're at on this map, scrim-wise.
I totally agree with everything you just said.
Of course you did.
And and for sure that's going to be a good match. If there's 2 teams that I wanted to see play against each other, it's definitely those 2 teams. For my opinion, these are the best 2 teams right now in ESEA for North America League. So.
Ooh, you think? I think Curse is a pretty good contender.
Yeah, they're good, but I think these 2 teams are just a little better right now.
Yeah, I would say Mono Maniacs is kind of up there in the mix too, but they definitely had a rough time at the Ryu land, losing to Crucial Connection and stuff like that. That definitely kind of hurt, but I mean they played well against Dynamic yesterday, and I still think they're a top contender. I would say if I had to pick my top 4 right now, I'd probably say it would be like 4Not, Dynamic, Curse, and Mono Maniacs going to land for North America, but like. Netcode Illuminati and We Are Lions are playing pretty tough themselves right now, so they're also like really big lane contenders as well.
Yeah, I'd put Curse, Dynamic, 4Not, but I'm not that sure about Monomaniac. I think I'd go more with. I think Netcode can be like a better team than them.
Yeah,
go
ahead.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm not totally retired, if you want, because I'm playing in the MLG league because we had the roster with me, Kiko, and Eric, Azo. And we just bugged it up, and we beat Monomaniac like 16-6 or something on Dust 2. But that is an important match. We're playing for $5,000, and with the Ryu LAN results, losing to C2 is just, for me, they're not. I think they're overrated, but they're still a pretty good team. They're putting a lot of effort, but
They're definitely still a contender, that's no doubt. But you're right, but Netcode Illuminati is looking good too. But we're about to go live, guys. It's first pistol round, Team Dynamic starting on the CT side. The lineup will be AZK, Nothing, Volcano, Adren, Swag. And then for Team 4Not, it's going to be Hiko, Dazed, Frost, TCK, and Synthis. Let's see what 4Not wants to do here in this first round. Looks like they are taking a little bit of a ladder attack, but Adren has already got a nice pick over towards Ivy. This will prompt an inner push here from 4Not coming down the lower ramp. It's 3 players strong, Nothing in the area, getting some nice nades off, countering, trying to fall back. Gets a nice shot there. 2 nice kills there from Nothing on the TCK and Frost. 4Not is starting to fall apart with Simphis and Hiko left up. Trying to see what they can do here. Simphis gets a nice frag on the Nothing. The bomb is getting planned. Simphis is going to not be able to cover.
No plant.
Yeah, no plant there. Adren gets a good bomb. Yeah, that was crazy, man. What happened there? What happened with 4Not?
Exactly, I think Daze tried to pull a solo fake at Ivy. Eric was able to take him down, Adren. After that, they directly went towards Enter, and Jordan played it perfectly. He didn't move, he had to spot the crack. He called the information, he hit a nice nade, a nice flash, he fall back, got 2 frags, the team rotated, nade on the bomb site. Perfect run by TD there, seriously.
Yeah, very good defense, and this is going to force, obviously, an eco save
for
the next couple of rounds from 4Not. Yeah, we are seeing some deeks, so no gentleman's agreement. No gentleman's agreement here. Everybody has a deke for 4Not. In fact, they're going for the victory. I see him Mag 7, though. That's pretty OP as well. It's going to be in the hands of Volcano up close on Ivy. He's playing a pretty interesting spot. We'll see if he gets to pick with this. Hiko and company are in the area. He is going to pre-nade the left side. Doesn't hear anything from that, so is going to be unaware of this imminent Ivy push from Hiko and TCK. Frost T-Connector. Daze with the bomb towards Inner. 2-1-2 split here for 4Not between Ivy, T-Connector, and Inner Halls. They're just looking for a pick, as Nothing has spotted a couple out here with his PZ90, the other OP second-round weapon, so to speak. So we'll see what's going to happen here. 4Not taking this very slow, just waiting to see if they can get anything. Daze kind of working with the bomb over here towards ladder. But as of right now, there's no real decision. Adren has rotated over to help nothing over at Enter.
Okay, now with the Mag 7 here.
Yeah, it's going to be crucial here. He's going to have to get this kill on the TCK.
Oh
But
my
no! 1D from TCK.
Yeah.
AZK's in the area to try to hold. He's going to pop a nade into
Oh.
Ivy. But meanwhile, Daze has swung from ladder. Takes out Swag. AZK up with the MP7. Able to take out TCK. Adren getting one as well, but Simphus and Frost coming in with the Deagles. It's all up to nothing now. Jordan Gilbert, he does have the P90. Backhauls against 3 players here. Trying to do some damage, but he's getting pegged. Gonna make his way into Ivy here. 1 player in Hell, 1 player sandwich, and the Hell player Hiko will take him out to Deeg. So no pattern there. That's rough. What happened there to Dynamic, man?
Oh, that's rough to watch. Like, honestly, nothing crazy by 4Not there. Just a simple outside split with Deagles, and they were basically able to outshoot them. And I think there what was really not good for Dynamic was the 1 Deagle on Volcano there. And so the guys were able to run out and then to squeeze the other players, you know?
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting eco push here by Team Dynamic. They're sending 4 players inner, 3 rushing upper. Volcano's a solo player in outer. So they're going to be trying to go for a pick here in the White Hall. Simphus will be in the area here. He probably is going to get taken down. But no, Simphus will be able to get one here with the FAMAS, but runs right by Adren. Adren will get the kill. TCK, though, taking out Swag. It's looking really good for 4Not. They're taking out everybody, but Adren has found a fallen FAMAS, able to get a frag there, but falls immediately to Hiko, leaving Volcano alone. There's going to be 3 in the White Halls for 4Not. Volcano playing solo here with the P250 in Enter. Just waiting to see how 4Not wants to attack. They do nade Volcano down to 72 health. Volcano going to spot one over towards upper, not going to fire though. It looks like 4Not will take this bomb probably towards outer, knowing that Volcano is in the site. But no, the bomb is down, so they have to come into this inner site. But they're trying to split him from Z, upper, and lower. I like how they're playing this so patiently, even though they know they had the advantage. They are not giving Volcano anything for free here. Volcano trying to maneuver his way around, but that was a good play by 4Not splitting up like that from all angles.
Yeah, definitely. Just they stacked in and they went into it. I think TD could have played like maybe more passive together or something, and then just crossfire when 4Not's running down. But you know, an eco is always a gamble, and you gotta try something.
Yeah, so we are going to see our first official buy round here, I believe, for both teams. Looks like I do see pretty much everybody bought up for 4Not, but no, it looks like Dynamic is on a deco this round. So Deeg's out here for Team Dynamic. Everybody has a Deeg except for AZK. Lots of flashes going off in the outer yard, but so far no hit anywhere. Frost and Hiko over, coming over towards. Looks like we're going to see this pretty much a full-out inner hit here. Everybody's starting to gather up in these White Halls unless they decide to take ladder, but we do see the smokes and flashes taking place in the inner yard, so this will be where the hit is going to take place. There's already a huge rotation here from Team Dynamic. Swag and company already in the area. Adren, the solo outer player now, but he'll be rotating as well, but AZK opens things up with a nice frag. Swag with the Deagle gets one. Nothing with one. Huge frags here from Dynamic. It's up to Hiko and Frost now to pull this thing back with their AKs, but Adren catches another Deagle frag, leaving Hiko alone, and the Deagles of Dynamic are just too deadly there.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, this is just showing how powerful the Deagle really is. I mean, that was crucial there.
Yeah, another powerful deco round. You know, Dynamic did not over-rotate there. They read their game and they stayed inside, and then they were able to hit their shots with the little OP deagle as we can see right now.
Well, both teams are using it, so I guess we won't say a whole lot about it.
Nope. They're using
anyway,
it. It's fair.
Yep, so Dynamic, once again, going back to a normal outer setup, solo inner player in nothing. So we'll see what 4Not wants to do. They're kind of gathered up above ladder with 3 players, 1 T-Con, 1 watching the Ivy aggression. Meanwhile, we do see a rotate from Adren into Z to help nothing out in inner. We also see Swag calling out the numbers here from inside the ladder room, listening to all of the 4Not action right above. So they do know that there are some numbers over towards the inner bomb site, but 4Not has not yet made a decision on what they would like to do. Bomb holder is going to be TCK. Simphus will go down. Yeah, good peek by nothing there. Going to take Simphus out early. This game is tied 2-2, so still very close. We do see, once again, TCK, like I said, with the bomb over towards inner. Daze is coming over and rotating as well. Double setup at inner between Adren and nothing. Swag is actually on the flank here from ladder. Or excuse me, he has backed up. He does not want to contest that. Going to get on top of the ladder train. It's a good position. AZK also has good positioning on T-connector. So the hit's probably going to be here at inner, at least for now, but it looks like it might be a fake to outer as Frost has rotated with the Opt T connector. But like I said, AZK and company have pretty good positions to hold this. So we'll see how this goes. Outer push now for 4Not. TCK coming with the bomb to the bomb train around E-Box. He's going to try to get the plant down, but it's going to run right into AZK and company in the smoke. But he will get the plant. AZK unable to spot him through the smoke. Finally, here comes the frags. But Team Dynamic, Adrenaline, AZK getting a few there. But Hiko with this AK will get a couple. He's alone now, 1 versus 3 with 53 health over at Ivy. The bomb is not planted for him. This is going to be tough for him to try to get in here and do anything, but he's going to try to make his way around. But no, Adren catches him through the train with the M4. Another victory there for Dynamic, making the score 3-2.
Yeah, very nice round for TD. As we can see, 4Not are going for a very slow style. They are going for map control, and they did an inner fake. They sent one down, but once again, no over rotation, and AZK stayed there. 4Not had a really nice smoke, and they were able to plant with it, but when the smoke went out, TD was able to get their frags and close the round.
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to the around 1,600 people watching right now. We definitely appreciate all of you coming out tonight to watch this great matchup between two top North American Go teams, Team Dynamic and Team 4Not. Right now the score is 3-2 in favor of Dynamic. We see 4Not on the deco this round. So far, one has already been taken out. Frost has fallen. So Dynamic does have the advantage here in guns and in numbers so far. What's up, Hex?
Oh, they boosted Daze over the crack, and he was able to. He tried to kill nothing on a 1v1 because with the deagle is so powerful. Basically, he hit him with a 1 deagle shot, and he's half HP. So he could have got him there. That's the interest.
Yeah, it was a decent peak there. Like you said, that's take nothing down to half health, and now Dynamic does know that they are deeged up, so they do have to be a little bit more cautious here. We do see Daze trying to attack ladder. There is going to be one player in the area, which is Swag on top of the ladder train. AZK getting the pick on the TCK. Flash is coming in from Swag onto the ladder room. He is completely aware of Daze's location. I mean, in the meantime, though, Hiko has gotten himself a pick over at Ivy on Volcano and takes out AZK as well. Meanwhile, bombs getting planted. Inner, huge rotation for Dynamic. It's an over-rotation. They're going to have to kind of fall back here. Simphus will get taken out by Adren. Adren is not going to hop on the bomb. He's waiting to see where the retake is going to come from Daze and Hiko. Hiko coming through CT spawn. Daze is going to be coming from upper halls. One will get on the defuse. Adren is going to get on it. Hiko gets one with the M4, but it doesn't matter. The bomb gets defused. Good cover by Dynamic. Daze trying to clean up the last frags here, but in the end, it's a victory for Dynamic.
Yeah. They won the round, but that was really close. They gotta be cautious there because those Ivy picks were crucial once again. You know, Hiko getting 2-1 digs there, that's like, you really don't want to see that. And if he flanked a little earlier on the bound player, it could have been on 4Not's way there. So, really close round. Good eco for 4Not indeed.
Definitely. So let's see how they play things now that we do have guns on 4Not. Frost will have the op this time around, and he will be playing over towards T-Con. Once again, 4Not doing the same exact setup they've done every gun round, with Hiko passively watching an Ivy push, 4Not passive with an op and T-Con, and then we have a couple of players working inner with one at the ladder. Just trying to get those early picks onto Jordan to see if they can take inner, and if not, they usually will collapse onto outer if they cannot get a pick on inner. So we're just waiting to see how that plays out. Nothing being a lot more passive this time in inner. He's playing way back.
And when you're playing solo inner, you have to stay there. Like, you can't rotate until the bomb is planted. So that was a little mistake last round. He has to stay there or push to get information.
Yeah, Dren also stacking this time. He's playing up close through his smoke while nothing plays from behind. Nothing is in the quick rotation position. It seems like him and Dren have kind of switched this round.
Exactly. Mix it up.
Good idea here. So it's like we are going to see an inner take in just a moment. Adren is in the area, but he's completely blinded, trying to escape through the smoke, but he's also going to throw some spam through the smoke, looking for some frags, unable to get them, chasing the bomb planter in TCK. TCK will get the frag. 4Not does have control of the inner site. They're getting frags as well. Simphus collects nothing, so it's going to be 3 versus 5 here for 4Not. AZK also falls up to just Swag and Volcano to see what they can do. Swag from the Z-Connector trying to get some picks here with the M4, but unable to do so. Going to get caught trying to reload. Simphus takes down Volcano. Swag alone, 1 versus 5, trying to run away, but Hiko flanks through ladder and catches him. So that was a really good take by 4Not on inner.
Yeah, and when I said to mix it up, actually, I'm surprised that for some reason Jordan nothing was going back towards the Z. What I would like to see there is a double rifle setup to make it different. So 4Not would not have expected two close rifles, and I think it could have been a game changer right there. But 4Not was able to just go in there and do their job.
Yeah, everybody asking who's casting in the chat room, and it's me, Dustin Moret. I'm Dustin Moret in the chat room with the little lightning bolt next to my name, chatting with you guys, doing all the play-by-play, and then of course Pio, aka Pex, is doing all of the French-Canadian analysis and stuff like that. I know our accents must really throw you guys for a loop on how different they are, but anyway, we're getting into this next gun round here. It looks like Dynamic. Adren has an auto sniper now. Why does this occur? I've seen this happen more in this game than in Source. Like, I never saw it in Source. Why do so many people buy the auto sniper now? Do you have any take on that?
Yeah, well, for Inner, like you see, like we said earlier in pregame, it's so open. So you can just spam the smokes. There's no, bullets can't go through the train completely, so you can just spam the smoke and get some kills like that. Just so open. That's why it's good.
I just realized it's more expensive than the op and everything. I was surprised people kept buying it. But we do see an outer take by 4Not. AZK is able to stuff it here with the rifle. Volcano with a nice D catch on Hiko at Ivy, and then Slag and AZK continuing the rain frags from above in the outer sight. Gonna leave Frost by his lonesome here with the op in the T connector. CTs are starting to fall back and reposition here, just playing it smart. AZK is gonna catch Frost trying to come back halls, so they will once again put it around under their belt. 5-3 is the score. Dynamic keeping the lead before not keeping the game close.
Yeah, 4Not did again map control, then they went for just an outside hit, simple split, and it didn't work out. Let's see what they do here.
This is going to be an interesting round here. 4Not obviously wants to collect a few more rounds. They're already short of their 13 from last match. So we'll see what they can do here. Days quick ladder press in the outer. This looks like it's going to be a pretty quick outer take based on what we're seeing here. Some flashes and stuff coming in from Dynamic, though, to try to hold this off a little bit. Adren already on the rotation through the Z connector. Volcano playing aggressive at Ivy. Nothing in Simphis make a trade, so 4-on-4 here. Bomb being carried by TCK in the site. He's trying to work his way from E-Box in for the plant, but lots of flashes going off. He will make his way in, and he will successfully plant, but Adren and Slag raining in with frags immediately after the plant, leaving it to a 2v4. Hiko has started to equalize that with the frag there, so now 2 versus 3. Days that ladder. Hiko by Ivy. Good crossfire here. Hiko getting a little bit of damage. Days getting the frag onto Adren's 2 versus 2, but AZK is defusing in a smoke. No one spots him. He will get the defuse easy there. Swag with the kill onto Hiko, and Dazed is forced to fall back for nothing there. So 6-3 is the score. Good hold by Dynamic, Pex.
Yeah, good little ninja defuse right there and good cover from the teammate. Just something I didn't like again. I want to see Volcano get Hiko. He's been winning those 1v1s, and it could have been the game changer right there. But TD played it well and was able to defuse the bomb.
We're starting to see some set smokes being thrown here by 4Not on the outer bomb site, but in the meantime, here comes that same push we see from Dynamic sometimes. 3 ladder after set smokes. Dates get the initial pick there onto Swag at ladder. Simphis with a nice headshot there on the Volcano towards Ivy, so great take by 4Not. Dynamic's going to have to work hard at a retake here. Adren trying to get in the mix, but he's smoked out. Gonna pop a flash over, goes into CT Heaven. There is one into CT Heaven. He's trying to spray him down, but no, TCK will catch him with the Deeg instead. AZK and nothing. Probably would do well just to save at this point, even though AZK's trying to make a play here. He gets a nice pick on the Daze, but gets caught by Hiko. Nothing. Gonna have to save this one over here in the bathroom, so we take a little bit of break, grab some water from this vending machine from behind, and rethink out what's going down, because Dynamic is starting to falter just a little bit here. They've lost the past couple of rounds. 4Not's really started to find something that works, so Dynamic has to adjust again.
I think that just came down to hitting shots, though. Like, the close ladder players should have been able to grab some of these pistolers, but again, the Deagle so strong. Another good round, another Deagle round on a crucial round. Deagle versus Guns, that's like the 3rd round that we see. They were able to win. 2 rounds from the terrorists and 1 round for the CT, so gotta be careful with the Deegs.
Yeah, definitely. Deegs are definitely Yeah, they're so devastating now, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows they're OP. People are calling it bad sportsmanship to use them, but you know both teams are using them, so it's whatever.
Yeah. Exactly, but right now I think TD should have played safer, you know?
Yeah, we do see 4Not once again going for the inner attack. Adreno storming ladder with the Max Heaven getting 2, pulls out the P2000, gets the frag with that as well. Great frags from Adren at ladder. Volcano also collecting one there at the end, so that was a good hold by Dynamic on all fronts there. Great. Adren was the story of that round though at the ladder with the Max 7. Another OP gun, by the way.
He went for the close range battle and he was able to win it. 4Not tried a fast strat, didn't work out. I expect a really slow strat from 4Not this round.
And no ops this time for 4Not, but Adren will be carrying one for Team Dynamic. So we'll see what he decides to do with it. Looks like he's going to be playing inner with the op this time, and he's going to be starting out up close, or just popping the smoke at least. I believe this means nothing will shift, and it does mean that. Nothing now playing over at Ivy, so a shift here. This is going to be interesting. 4Not has yet to see a single op play from Adren at inner. He did play with an auto snipe earlier, though, so...
This is a good way to mix it up. You gotta do those. You gotta surprise the enemy, so that is another great setup. Because inner, like we said, we can retake it. It's maybe... it's hard to defend from the turrets when the bomb is planted, but it's easier to retake when you're coordinated, so we'll see.
I like this setup for Dynamic. We need a third-person view of that Holden. It's just a straight line. It's Heaven, Bomb Train, and Heaven. It's a really good setup. Volcano at Ivy. So this is going to be good for outer take, but we do see 4Not kind of gearing up towards inner. They're popping lots of smokes and flashes, and TTK making his way in with the bomb. Adren needs to call for this rotate, and he will call for it. He's playing pretty passive here with the op in the back. He's just waiting for Terrace to cross here. 2 upper, 1 in the bomb site, 1 lower ramp. Adren not able to spot anything. He will rotate back towards upper now. He spots 1, unable to connect anything though. Having a tough time here trying to retake. Volcano and AZK are also in the area now trying to get something done. AZK will take down the player in the bomb site. That's TTK fallen. Hiko goes down to Swag as well. AZK pressing the issue at the lower ramp. Swag and AZK doing a great job, and Adren will get on the defuse. Frost trying to flank from behind, but unable to do so. AZK getting a 3K with a rifle. What in the world is that?
Huge. Yeah.
When did he start rifling?
Oh, he's been rifling. He's just that kind of player that's so versatile, if you can say in English. He's just like, he can play with every guns. He's a good rifler too. Just, he has a really good op, so he most likely ops. But right there, you know, we were saying like a retake setup, and that's the key. They were able to retake it. So that was good.
Yeah, that was definitely a very good round there by Dynamic on retaking inner. Adren will now be spotting feet with the op. Nothing still playing outer. We see 4Not is going to be on a deco save this round, so they'll be using decos of their own this time around. They're going to be attacking Ivy very hard, but Volcano right here with the M4. It'll take down 1 immediately, but getting taken down to 9 health. AZK going to come for some support and help Volcano get out of there. Volcano going to have to play passive and sit the bench for the rest of this round with only 9 health. Adren taking a nice frag onto Frost and Hiko. Great op shots there from Eric Hogue. As Simphis is the solo player left for 4Not, 1 versus 5. He's just going to look for a frag, probably looking for Volcano as he knows Volcano has low health. Volcano might get himself a little surprise frag here, and he will. So Volcano will not be silenced from all that damage he took earlier. And 9-4 is the score. We have
Volcano said no this time.
Yeah, so 2 rounds left. What do you think is going to happen here? Can Dynamic just win out, or is 4Not still posing a threat?
It's still posing a threat, but they can win out. But, I mean, 4Not... It's not been good for them when they go fast, so once again I expect a slow working map control strat, and we'll see what they're gonna do.
Yeah, so 4Not really wants to at least get 1 more here before retiring this half. It looks like they are going to try to hit fast outer this round. TCK getting the pick onto Swag. Swag's had trouble holding ladder fast.
Yeah, he got catch shot when he laid out. You gotta watch out for those.
Yeah. So it definitely stinks here. So let's see what 4Not wants to do. It looks like they're actually heading back towards inner a little bit. Simphis has the bomb, but Adren catches him. But here comes the inner storm. Adren has the op posted up here in the back. He's going to be watching for this. He will not see... No, what do they do? I guess they're going back to ladder again? I'm not sure. 4Not seems to have some miscommunication on how they want to approach this. They have forced a rotate, though, from Dynamic, so this is good. It's going to be pretty much AZK, kind of the solo gun here to watch outer while Volcano is going to cover the Ivy, and they'll walk all the way back.
The big walk.
Long walk.
That's
here.
interesting.
Dynamic has to know this is happening. Nothing's going to get anchored at inner. Adren makes the rotation with the op, so they are kind of aware that this could happen. So we're just waiting to see how Dynamic is going to hold and how 4Not will play this out. Bomb on Simphis at T-Con. Frost and Daze are going to be working the Ivy. Hiko will drop ladder late. This will be an absolute outer collapse from T-Con and ladder and Ivy.
20 seconds left on the clock.
They have to hit fast. Volcano spots this. Here comes the rotation call. Frost gets a nice pick onto Volcano, but the rotation will come from Dynamic in time. AZK getting a pick already, doing big things with the rifle. AZK with 2 frags with the rifle. Frost takes out the rotator, Adren, but nothing able to come through, but gets taken down by Hiko. This is looking good. AZK is going to have to clutch 1 versus 2. He's sitting in the smoke, and he wins off the clock. Wow. They couldn't figure out how to get the bomb down. I don't understand. They must not have been watching the clock just like we weren't. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where the bomb was, but that was a risky move from 4Not. But TD, they still, even though it was really close, they read their game. They had 3 outside and just left Jordan in there. Nothing. It was a really close one though. Could have went either way.
That was rough. That was a fumble there by 4Not. They made a big mistake there, not getting that plant. They're trying to take inner, but Adren with the auto sniper able to get the opening frag. He's calling for the rotate as well. Here comes the rotation for Dynamic. They have good positions here. TCK trying to challenge Adren. Simpus will get the frag. Bomb is planted, even 4-on-4. We had the rotate. Volcano getting a nice headshot there onto Frost. He's continuing to press the issue with nothing by his side. So you're taken together as a unit. Nothing gets to frag on the TCK. Hiko and Simphis left, trying to play from upper halls and try to hold on for dear life. But Volcano continuing to rain headshots. And AZK on the flank will take out Simphis, and that's all she wrote. That's the end of the first half. 11-7, or excuse me, 11-4 in favor of Dynamic. They're doing a great job. These pistol rounds are crucial picks. If 4Not can't win these pistols, I'm pretty sure Dynamic might just take this.
Yep, like I said in pre-game, they are. But watch out, there's some deagles in the play now. But you know, what we seen last round, I'm surprised that 4Not just decided to go fast in like that. I think they could have played better for those 2 last rounds, and like we know, they were really crucial. So let's see this pistol. It's a big round.
Just to let you guys know as well, I know this is a little bit early, but when this half is over, we will have a post-game interview from a winning player, whether it be Dren from Dynamic or it'll be Hiko from Team 4Not. Depending on who does win this match. So I don't want you guys to just run away as soon as the match is over, because we'll have a great interview for you guys lined up with either Hiko from 4Not or Adren from Dynamic, depending on who wins this half here. So far, Dynamic is in a very comfortable lead at 11-4. They can win out these pistol rounds. That would even put them way further ahead and would certainly hurt the chances of 4Not. 4Not really needs these pistol rounds. They're going to definitely play this careful.
Inner big time here.
Yeah, they do have Frost playing aggressive upper, TCK aggressive lower. So yeah, 2-person stack at inner.
So if TD hits outside,
3 people stacked at inner, actually.
It's going to be a big ladder flank. TD has to watch the ladder flank or it's going to be bad.
Yeah, Swag's in the area.
So one from Adren here. That was pretty nice.
And a nice frag there from Swag as well, but Daze will catch him right back. Swag is calling this. They know they're going to come from ladder on the retake. AZK making a plant, and Adren with the deagle able to pick up another frag. CT's trying to come back, but Adren's deagle just too deadly right now. All up to Frost with the P2000. Trying to do some damage. Nice nade onto Heaven. He might catch nothing with that. Oh, that was a very nice nade. But Adren has the deagle versus the Glock of Frost. 1 versus 1. This is a huge round. Frost fakes the fuse. He's coming around. Adren's dancing like a madman too.
Here we go.
Nice shot there from Adren.
Very nice round and nice shot by Adren, yeah. You see those 2 1-deeks that he did? That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I wouldn't call deaking impressive anymore these days.
That's true.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I didn't see. I think Brax got 1 that was flanking. That was really huge there, like I was saying, because if they were just able to flank all TD there, it would have been really bad for the outside.
Yeah, so we're waiting to see here what's going to happen. 12-4 in favor of Dynamic. They won that last pistol. 4Not really has to scurry around and figure something out, otherwise they will find themselves too far behind. They have bought up Deagles this round, so they're rolling the dice on that.
Yep, 5 Deagles.
I wouldn't really call it rolling the dice anymore. It's pretty much a guaranteed kill if you can spot first. I mean, unless you just miss.
Yeah, TCK has spotted them crossing in right here.
Yeah, so here comes the call for a rotate. Frost is already at upper with the Deagle. He's going to be looking for a player here. Doing some decent damage. Take out nothing from far away there. But he only has 35 health himself at the ramp, so a lot of damage was dealt to him. He's going to have to kind of back up here. Dynamic needs to rethink this one out. I don't think they wanted to take Enter at this point. They should probably look towards ladder. But no, they're just going to go for it. TCK going to get a 1-dig there onto a Dren. So 4Not in a really good position now. Even though it is an eco, they are doing a great amount of damage. They've been able to shuffle back because of this and get a couple of more outer, so now it's going to be tough no matter what Dynamic decides to do with this round. Either way, they're going to go against 2 or 3 players. Looks like Volcano and company want to take Enter. Here comes the rush down lower ramp. Nobody by lower ramp, but there is a couple towards the bomb site here, so this is going to be huge. TCK gets a nice 1-dig there onto AZK. Volcano and Swag, though, coming in with the rifle and MP7. Able to get some frags. Swag with another frag with the AK. Swag continuing to pull down people with the AK. He could have a huge clutch on his hands this round if he can pull this one off. It's him versus Hiko. Hiko with the Deegan, 100 health. Swag with 97 and the rifle. He's trying to do some damage here. Does some great damage, but takes a lot, too. It's going to be huge. Who sees who first? Swag playing the positioning good. He's making sure he can't get spammed under the train. Hiko knows exactly where he is, though. But the bomb is on Swag's side. Swag's playing this so smart. Maneuvering his way around. Fake defuse here from Hiko. Swag not peeking. Fake ladder jump. Coming back around as well. Nice headshot through the train.
What a
and that is why Braxton's such a good player. He is a game changer. And he's also really young, which means we'll see him around for a while.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the greatest players in NA right now for the riflers. And I really thought TD was Dunsky right there. Like, that was terrible. Jordan peeked upper, got killed, then Eric peeked lower, Adren got killed. That was really bad, but Brax was able to save his team right there.
Yeah, that was very nice play by Braxton. He really needed that round, and he got it for his team there. We have almost 2,000. We have over 2,000 people watching right now. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. Like I said, we are going to be casting another CS:GO match on this exact same channel Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Central. So please give us a follow here on Twitch.tv. Check us out on ESEAnews.com as well, because you definitely don't want to miss the matchup we're going to have for you on Wednesday between 4Not and We Are Lions. So one of the teams you're watching right now will be playing again on a Wednesday night right here on this channel at 10 p.m. Central. So definitely follow us up here at Twitch TV on the ESEA channel. Just hit that follow button. But here we do see Dynamic once again swarming into the inner site here. They have good positioning. Volcano will get one. Slag continuing over from last round with another AK frag. Simphis, though, with the deke from the back, doing some good work there, taking nothing out. But it's still an... Oh, no, never mind. Hiko able to get a deep frag there, so now it's an even 3-on-3, but the bomb is planted, so Team Dynamic does have a little bit of advantage there. Oh, my goodness. Frost chasing down. Frag's able to get one. It's now up to AZK alone. 1 versus 2. He does have the bomb planted, though. He's getting chased, but Frost is on it. Frost doesn't have a kit, though. If AZK peeks now, he could stop this. Good kill there from AZK, stopping the bomb defusal. Hiko is going to be unable to win this. He's hurt derping all over the place over there by ladder.
Oh.
And AZK just saved his team there. I thought for sure 4Not was going to win that.
Exactly. That's pretty much like the same scenario as last round. These players are coming big individually and making their clutch. So this time it was AZK. It was a close round, but very nice clutch. They gotta be careful because TD was making some mistakes there. So, but they're already up to 14 rounds, 14 to 4. So that's big. That's really good for TD.
Yeah, definitely good for TD here. We are going to see 4Not bought up now, though, finally. And Hiko and Daze are doing great work with the rifles outer. Oh, my goodness, what happened there, man?
Boy. I'm not so sure, to be honest. But
I know you love Dynamic, but that was pretty terrible.
That was, yep.
Okay.
They just rushed outside. They tried to squeeze them, and basically from every spot they got shut down. Maybe they needed more. I'm not sure what happened with their set smokes there, but... that wasn't a good round by TD. Just got shut down.
I don't know either, but this is a full-out eco from Dynamic. They haven't bought diddly squat. Just Glocks, but the Glock burst fire is pretty OP nowadays too. So maybe we'll see some burst fire Glock headshots from a distance or something. They're all wanting to go ladder, Mario style over here at the ladder.
Full eco. No
one
deeks.
here. They could get the bomb plant in all actuality, just based on these smokes. Yeah, AZK should get this. Yeah. He'll get it.
Yep.
But 4Not getting all the frags here pretty quick. AZK goes down, and it'll be a win for 4Not. But what mattered there was that bomb plant. So this means we'll see a full buyout from Dynamic this round. And we'll start seeing some more close rounds because of that. But Dynamic has such an advantage. It's 14-6. 4Not has a long way to go to come back.
A very long way, yep. But you know, with some great teams like 4Not and some maps like DE Train, comebacks are always possible. But there, TD was able to get the plant with the sneaky smoke, and they did a total save. But it seems like since they got 14, we see a lot of digs here. So it means TD wants to go for the ops, and they want to go for the full buy versus 4Not. They feel secure right here. They just want to save their money.
Yeah, definitely. They're saving once again, but this is a deco round for them. So they're I mean, they're definitely doing this because they have the cushion to do so. I mean, they're not losing anything from this. They're just banking up, making sure they have their ops for later. It's like we do see AZK trying to go for a pick here with the Deagle at Ivy, but they get smoked, but they do crush down ladder and able to take out Daze, so that's going to be huge here. TCK, though, right above with the M4, but he's getting tagged up a little bit there. And oh my goodness, gets sandwiched, like you said. Volcano gets the frag, but Hiko and Simp is fighting back with the rifles. Even 3-on-3 here, but so far looking pretty good for Dynamic, able to drop some guns. Simphis, though, trades back, so 2 versus 2. Volcano and Swag versus Frost and Simphis. Simphis trying to do some work here. Takes out Volcano, now Swag 1 versus 1 against Frost. Frost has the op in Z connector. Swag with the Deagle, going to go up ladder with the bomb. Fake ladder? Frost is just going to stick where he's at. He's parked here in Z with the op. Swag going to have to maneuver and not pick up anything. That's crucial. Not pick up anything unless he's going to pick up a rifle and try to make a play. Does not want to alert Frost to where his location is. Gonna pick up the AK. Jump! Oh, boy! Frost puts it right in his dome piece there. That was a good shot there by Frost. All you can say about that.
I saw it from the other point of view, but yeah, that was a really important shot to hit. And I think the problem from 4Not why it was that close on this deco round is they played individually at the start. They got picked off, then TCK got sandwiched on the top of the train, but Frost was able to win this 1v1 and close around. Very good eco though.
Yeah, so now we do finally see guns here from Team Dynamic, so we'll see an even gun round this time for the first time in some time. I said time a lot. But anyway, we're going to work into this and see what happens. It's like the bomb is up on Swag. He's going to be over towards Inner, and a good pick by Nothing. Yep. Yeah, Frosty Opera goes down to a beastly shot from Jordan. It's going to open up a lot of things for Dynamic. And no one in Inner except for TCK. 3 players outer. Volcano holding off Simphis here in the Ivy area. This will be interesting to see how Team Dynamic pursues the rest of this round. Looks like they still want to look towards outer. They have kind of a setup for that 2 T-Con, 1 ladder, 1 Ivy. Hiko, though, in Daze. Huge frags at outer there onto Adrenaline Nothing. Swag able to trade, but Hiko continuing to storm frags. Volcano makes his way out of Ivy, able to sneak a... No, he won't be able to sneak the frags. Zimpus catches him. Yeah. Can't believe that. And then Daze takes out Swag. And that round was all for Dynamic after that pick, but they just didn't work it right properly afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially on maps like that are CT-sided, those kind of picks are so... like crucial. They are game changer, and when TD went to hit outside, I mean 4Not was just able to stop them, and you know, I think that IV frag could have made a difference there into a clutch situation, but unfortunately not. So good round by 4Not.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see what happens in this round. It is a score of 14-8. A lot of Dynamic is above ladder. They're trying to drop down onto Daze. Oh, Nothing is going to catch Daze with the 1 dig there. Nothing will collect that rifle, make his way back up to the ladder room. I'm not sure what Dynamic wants to do. They're trying to throw some noise over at Inner with 3 of their players, but at the same time, Nothing is bringing his rifle back over to T-Connector, and Volcano will be there right with him. So, like, it might be a ladder T-Connector split on the outside site, but Adren is sneaking his way in to Inner, but gets busted there by 1, but Swag's going to catch 2 frags with the Deagle anyway. Huge take by Dynamic. Now the bomb will make its way to Inner. We will see a force rotation from Hiko into Simphis, into the Inner site. Hiko, nice headshot there onto Swag. Simphis with a nice shot of his own bomb, trying to get planted here by EZK, but he's pinned down. Nothing's on a huge flank, though, but he's been spotted, unable to get in there, going to pop a nade Does no nade damage at all to Hiko. Bomb does get planted, but man, it's a really tough situation here for AZK. Trapped in the site with a P250. Will get stormed by Simpus. Nothing on the flank from Z, but they know he's there, and on the meantime, nothing is going to be able to come. The bomb does not get a few. Simpus gets off of it. Volcano with a nice kill. Simpus now 1 versus 2, unable to do it. Good frags there by Nothing and Volcano to end the round in favor of Dynamic, but that was really just a story of some great entries by Swag.
Great entries by Frag, and don't forget the first entry by Nothing on 2 Days. Days gave a pick there, and this time TD took this big frag and were able to make a game changer and win this round.
Yeah, so game point situation for Dynamic. If Dynamic were to win, we will have a Dren in here for a post-game interview, so do not go anywhere, guys. You will definitely want to hear from a Dren, and what do you thought about this match and stuff like that if Dynamic is able to pull this out. If 4Not can make the comeback, though, we will have Hiko in here for a post-game interview. But either way, you're going to get to hear some great insight from one of these players that you're watching play right now, so you'll definitely want to stick around for that. Also, like I said, we are going to be casting another match on Wednesday at this very same channel. It's going to be 4Not versus We Are Alliance for ESEA for CSGO on this exact same map. So definitely tune in for that on Wednesday, 10 Central on this channel. So definitely follow us here at Twitch TV/ESEA. Just click that follow button in the top left-hand corner. We appreciate all 2,000 people here. Definitely appreciate that, guys. As we are waiting to see how this round unfolds. Like we said, it is a game point situation for Dynamic. Bomb is up on AZK. AZK will also be featuring the Big Green this round over at the T-Connector. TCK getting that opening pick, though, onto Swag. Swag unable to get anything done there over towards Inner. We do see Nothing coming out of ladder, popping some flashes and nades from the ladder train, but he's going to nade himself for a little bit of damage there. Simphus also catching a frag onto Nothing. Hiko catching a Dren, trying to press Hell. Hiko from Heaven trying to take out Nothing, but Nothing stays alive, able to take him out, but Daze and Simphus will clean up the rest of Dynamic there. So a good round for 4Not. So they are still fighting here. 15-9 is the score, but you got to think Dynamic will get another round here eventually. But on the flip side, you know, we could see an overtime, so we just never know.
Yeah, we never know, but I kind of like what TD did there, but I think Brax, when he just crossed inner, because TCK was spotting the crack, and that's something crucial to do. You gotta make sure that a terrorist cross that crack, so they don't only play with one player inside, you know. Looks like fast rat here.
Yeah, Fast Strat and Hiko is exploiting it pretty well with the M4 so far. Catching a pair of frags already. AZK, though, finally doing something for Team Dynamic. Nothing picking up the bomb at Hell. AZK keeping the frags going. Nothing making his way to the train. He's going to get missed by an op. AZK with 3 frags this round. He's the story, but TCK finally cleans him up, and TCK picks out Nothing, and then Frost will take out Swag. That was a very quick exchange. And I thought for a second AZK was just going to solo in that round, but finally gets taken down. And good hold by 4Not.
Yeah, he had 3 nice AK shots, but it wasn't enough. It was a quick strat, and this first time we saw that, like a quick outside strat from TD. Could have worked out, but went into 4Not's way. Now we're going to see a full eco from TD.
Yep, no deagles or nothing this round for Team Dynamic. It's going to be a full eco, and I don't know what they want to do with it yet. Looks like we see Nothing trying to come through the ladder here. Already gets taken down to 31 damage. Volcano trying to work Ivy. But it looks like it's going to be maybe a fake outer and then an inner rush just for the plant, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Here comes the inner push by Dynamic in the upper halls. Adren going to try to take the bomb upper, but spots one on the ramp and decides maybe that's not such a good idea. Going to go ahead and fall back now to ladder, and it looks like they might try to retake outer here from ladder, but Hiko is in Heaven, so he should spot this here pretty quickly. Yeah, huge rotation from 4Not into inner, so Hiko will be kind of the main man here. He will take out one, looking for another one. Day's getting a couple as well. Hiko getting maneuvered right now by Swag, but finally Simphus will take him.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, you know, it was looking like a pretty comfortable lead for Dynamic, but it's starting to look a little bit dangerous for them. 4Not's really starting to stage a comeback. Dynamic really needs to be careful here.
Yeah, you need to be careful, but they're the one that are feeling comfortable right now with the nice 15. So the pressure is still on 4Not, but they got to close. TD has to close the match. And here's a really important round with the gun round.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, man, but it almost seems like at a certain point you hit that like frustration wall where you're like, you've been ahead for forever and you just can't seem to put that last round away. And that kind of does hurt a team every now and then morale-wise, but it seems like Dynamics playing this intelligently. They're ecoing when they need to. They're not forcing buys. I'm not sure what that deco grenade was for. But anyway,
Yeah.
we do see AZK trying to attack Ivy. Frost has an op, though, holding it. Gonna get the shot onto Volcano. Very nice shot there from Frost. AZK still trying to press the issue with some flashes and stuff like that. But Frost still on point here with the op, just waiting for any more peeks. Ivy, in the meantime, bomb is on Adren at T-Con, swag by ladder, and now nothing will join AZK over at the Ivy area. So continue to challenge Frost on this left wall here. Smoke comes in from nothing to try to block Frost off, so come flashes. It's going to force Frost back into the back halls, all the way to CT stairs. I mean, Dynamic trying to take control of Hell, but Simphis with some huge M4 frags. Swag able to fight back, and so will Adren. All of a sudden, it looks like Dynamic, Frost, and TCK 2 versus 2 here. Frost is going to have to be huge with this. Ah, but no! Swag catches him in the face from such a distance. What a great shot from Braxton Pierce. This forces TCK to try to save his team in a 1 versus 2. This could be the last round, unless he comes up big. Swag has low health with 14. TCK able to catch Adren before he can get the plant, and Swag has like no health to speak of. This is going to be so close. There's only 10 seconds left. TCK could easily get this, but Braxton's going for the frag. He's not going for the plant, but misses the shot. Oh my goodness! What a headshot from Braxton!
Oh, GG.
I have
Big
to
shot
wonder.
right
I don't know if he was even going for, like, he was blind running away headshot. Like, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I was half blind right
goodness.
there.
That
Really big
was
shot.
insane.
I think you think like me right here. TD was going down, but it came down to individual shots from Adren and Brax, and they were able to close out the deal there. It was some really nice shots. It came down to aim.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get some Dynamic members in here for a post-game interview, so please no one leave. I know you want to hear from some of the pro players and what they think about that match and stuff like that, so stick around. We'll be right back with either Adren or somebody else from Dynamic in just a second, so be right with you guys.
Out of nowhere, like they secretly got the info.
Oh.
Catching a professional transition there. All right, Adren. So basically, we got about 1,500 people parked, waiting to hear from you and your pretty voice or whatever you want to call it.
It is pretty.
So basically, going into that game, you know, you obviously had a great victory last night against Monomaniacs. It was a close game, 16-13. You came out today strong on CT side, winning the half 11-4. What happened there, man? Like, why was 4Not unable to capitalize anything on you guys consistently on their T side?
I think we were just shutting down their main strat of getting ladder control. A lot of the times we just send Braxton ladder, and like they couldn't fake us because we were playing a 4-1 outer with close ladder control, so we had all the information on the map, really.
Seemed like Braxton kind of struggled holding ladder a lot of the time, though, but he was always able to give you the proper information.
Yeah, sometimes we slipped up on the setup and just did him solo ladder, which was probably our mistake, and we should always double ladder, so. But overall, pretty good side.
So that auto sniper, bro, what's up with that?
I just gotta pull it out sometimes. A lot of smokes, I just want to keep spamming them.
That's it.
Especially with that lower, I can just shoot their toes off.
There you go. Now, y'all kind of changed it up a lot. I kind of like that. You know, a lot of time, nothing kind of played in or solo, and then you kind of rotate when needed. But then you kind of switch it up, and you played solo with the auto sniper or the op. Like, do y'all have like a lot of planned out CT setups, or do y'all just kind of like go off of impulse or
I
like a
mean,
pattern you see?
they're setups, but they're pretty loose, I guess. Like we haven't ran that one too much, but we felt the risk of giving inner with an op, maybe getting 1 or 2 entries and then retaking as a team, because we thought they were going to hit outside more than inner, so it worked out.
What about that Deagle, bro? Why don't you explain how the Deagle played a role in tonight's match?
Well, I mean, pistol round for me, like that was a pretty sick 4K, but they had a good eco. I think
It
they
was.
ecoed us twice, so I mean, it's not like just we used the Deagles effectively. They also used them pretty well too.
Do you feel like the Deagle's almost too effective right now? Do we need to get rid of that? What's
Yeah,
up?
for sure. I mean, for how much damage it does, it's like it should be like $1,500 really. That or they need to change the damage down. One of the two, whatever.
Yeah, but it seemed like both teams agreed to just go ahead and use them anyway tonight. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
Brett?
pretty much.
I hear, man. So, I haven't got a chance to talk to you like all season, when you guys started playing matches, of course. I think the last time I talked to you was like at ESEA land, besides like on Steam and whatnot. But you guys kind of struggled in the beginning of the season. You had like a 2-2 record. You were like way out of playoff contention. But you've won your last 4 matches in a row now with 2 wins last week on Mill, then win against Monomaniacs, and a win against 4Not tonight. Have you guys reestablished yourselves as a #1 team in North America, or is there still more left to prove?
Oh, well, I definitely think we got rid of our hardest matches right now. This week right here was pretty hard for us, so I'm glad we got 2-0. We started off pretty rough just because of Dust 1, really. I mean, we lost the Curse, but they're a good team, and I expect them to be at ESEA land, so we only really slipped up once, I'd say, against Dust 1. But we've really been clutching out the season so far.
So do you think that it's pretty much a guarantee that we'll see you at LAN in a couple of months?
I mean, I hope so. Anything
So-
can happen.
With that being, like, who do you think your biggest threat is on stopping you from making it to the LAN? I mean, right now it seems like it's you, 4Not, and Curse kind of fighting like in those top 3 positions, and then that 4th slot is kind of like, Monomaniacs and Netcode Illuminati are both kind of fighting for that. Who do you think your biggest threats are?
Well, I think that we just can't underestimate any team. Just like on the Dust 1, we failed pretty miserably, and I think we just need to focus on every match and not look too far ahead of like playing 4Not again or Curse again. Actually, we don't play them again, so we don't get to have redemption. But I mean, every match is can be a hard one, so gotta show up to play.
Do you think that Go is like in Source it was almost like, the same 2 or 3 teams were like always at the top,
Yeah, it seemed like
right?
there was more consistency there, but there's a lot of competition right now, so it's good.
Yeah, so do you like that? Because I mean, you even have teams like We
I
Are
mean,
Lions and
I did
stuff
like
like
winning
that.
for like 3 years, but
But yeah, but my point is like now you have teams like
no,
We
it's
Are
fun. I
Lions
mean,
and Netcode.
we're here for the competition.
Right on. Now, with that being said, this is kind of far away, of course, but are you looking forward to having another shot at the Euro teams?
Sure. I mean, this EC land's gonna be fun as hell because they actually get to come to us, which was the last
That's
time.
it.
I can't even remember the last time the Europeans came over to, NA soil. So it's gonna be fun.
Pretty sure the last time was like whenever they hosted the
CGS?
No, whenever they one
It's
in
been
one
quite a
point-
few years. Can't even
In
remember.
1.6, they did it with ESEA. They did that thing for 1.6 for ESEA where they
Oh,
came
our
over.
Roulette Club.
Arbalest.
Yeah, Arbalest. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the last time
That was
they
a
did it
great
on North
land,
American
yeah.
soil. With that being said, can you beat Nip, dude? Are they beatable? Can you beat them? Like, what is going on?
I don't. We're not really focusing on that right now. We're just taking it one match at a time. But sure. I mean, why not?
Right on. So, what's the plans now for Dynamic for next week? And so that you guys gonna hit the practice soil already? You guys looking ready to practice already, or what's going on with you guys?
Yeah, we'll probably keep to our regular schedule because we don't want to underestimate anyone. So 8 o'clock to midnight, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Probably be it.
And your matches next against 2 teams that have definitely underperformed this season in Rare Form and Sour Patch Kids. Do you think that they're going to pose a threat, or do you think they should be some pretty easy matches for you guys?
I mean, hopefully they don't pose a threat, but like I said, we put ourselves in a shitload of trouble losing that one match that we really should have won. So, gotta stay tight.
Do you think there's anything that your team is lacking right now that you need, or do you feel like you guys have all the tools you need to win?
We got all the tools, baby.
All the tools?
Yeah, no weakness in here.
Pex, do you have any questions for your former teammate? Was that mean?
No.
Man, no question. I talk to him all the time. I know everything about Eric. He's sexy and everything.
Adrian, do you have any
Hell yeah.
shout outs or anything you want to throw out on the stream before we cut this one?
Just thanks to all the TDs fans. Like us on Facebook.com/Team Dynamic.
Bro, I'm not even getting likes on Facebook right now. Like, you don't even
Yeah,
understand.
man. Facebook's
these,
dying, dude.
these viewers are not
down.
about the Facebook following.
Nah.
Yeah, check this out. I have
You gotta be
2,000
giving something away or something.
Yeah, dude,
We're giving
I guess.
tons of shit away.
We're giving away love.
Facebook.com/Team Dynamic.
We're giving a lot of Gamecom. If you like it,
Keep going. Go ahead. Shameless self promotion. You get 15 more seconds of shameless self promotion. Go.
No, that's alright.
You're done.
Yeah.
You
Shout out
don't
to
want to get your
Johnny Five.
sponsors. No sponsors. Call outs.
Shout out to
Just shout
Razor,
out to Johnny Five.
BenQ,
Yeah, Razor,
Johnny.
BenQ.
Anybody
Eric's
else?
mama.
Got the best gear sponsors in the world.
All right, then. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. You guys just heard it from Eric Hogue, a.k.a. Adren, from Team Dynamic in their victory. Congratulations to you, and good luck the rest of the season, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
Later.
Later.
But that is going to pretty much wrap it up for us tonight, guys. We appreciate all of you sticking with us and watching the match and catching the interview with Adren and all that good stuff. Like I said, we will be on this same exact channel again on Wednesday night. It's going to be Team 4Not versus We Are Lions at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern, right here on this same exact channel, so definitely want to follow us up. Also, you can check us out on ESEAnews.com and check out all of our esports coverage on that website. Other than that, we have like a bunch of viewers, and I only have 80-something followers on Facebook. You guys are lacking right now. I need some
Like this
followers.
motherfucker.
Like me. Okay, you need to watch the language there, Eric Hogue. This is an official stream. But yeah, just go to I'm sorry. Go to facebook.com/DustMoret. I've posted the link in chat like 500 times. You probably got sick of seeing my novel paragraph I copy paste. But yeah, go ahead and check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/DustMoret. Give me a follow if you've enjoyed my play-by-play casting and stuff. Other than that, I want to give a shout out to Holden. Dude's been silent the whole time except for a couple of times. He's been doing all the camera work and running the stream and doing the ads and just doing all the behind-the-scenes stuff that makes the stream look pretty. So a big shout out to Holden, Sylvia for casting with us tonight as well. And then, of course, a big shout out to Pex, who is stepping into a casting role nowadays, and we hope to see more from P.O. I think he said he'd be down to cast some more this season, so we'll definitely keep him around. And I'm sure you guys enjoyed hearing from a former pro player who is now in retirement, who has promised me that he will not pull a volcano, but for something just tells me that you're not done, but maybe you are. But we'll find out. But anyway, guys, good night. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you right here again on a Wednesday at 10 Central for another CSGO Match of the Week.